Good morning, everybody. Today is day 29 of Daily Devotional for Men. I'm reading the one dated January 29th in the Pocket Bible here. If you want to copy this for yourself, go to my channel page. I have a link that'll take you to Amazon where you can pick you one up. The title of today's video is When You Feel Like Giving Up. So we'll start with the author's passage. When I've reached the end of my physical strength, as well as that of my soul, I tend to suffer from burnout. Then I'm running on empty. Then I'm stealing from my reserves that are already depleted. To sidestep burnout, you have to learn to rest well and say no. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You're nobody's servant, only God's. So let's get into the passages here. The first one comes from Psalms 38, verses 8 through 9. I am feeble and severely broken. I groan because of the turmoil of my heart. Lord, all my desire is before you, and my sighing is not hidden from you. I read this whole psalm. It's about 22 verses long. I wanted to grasp the whole concept of it. And David here appears to be exhausted from thinking of his sins, and he knows the wrath that he deserves. I think this strays a little away from the point the author's trying to make. Maybe I'm wrong there, but a huge takeaway here is that our sin will grieve us if we dwell on it, and will make you tired. It will bring you down. Give it up to God in prayer. This is what David does here. He's still praising God in his Psalms, but he's praising him because he knows it. He knows that God will give him the salvation that he wants, and that God is just in doing so because he's turning everything over to him, but he also knows what he deserves. So, but by turning it over to God, then he's gaining his confidence that, God is merciful, and he asked for his mercy and forgiveness, and he is just to do so. So then your strength will return to you that way. Isaiah 30:15. Only in returning to me and resting in me will you be saved. That goes right along with that. And quietness and confidence is your strength. So I think here God is saying basically chill out. Turn away from sin and be assured that salvation will come. It seems to be, especially once you know God and you try to live a righteous life, it's like you have to force yourself to turn away. It becomes troublesome to turn back to a life of sin. Isaiah 40, verses 30 and 31. Even youths will become weak and tired, and young men will fall in exhaustion. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. So if you rely on yourself for spiritual strength, it will fail even the young, even the strong. But when you put trust in God, new strength comes to you that doesn't fade, and it will just keep on keeping on as long as you keep on having confidence in your faith. Matthew 11, verse 28 and 29. I love this. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. The load Christ gives us to carry is much easier than the burden of sin. So come to Jesus and your soul will be renewed. The fifth passage is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8. We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. So when life's troubles overwhelm us, which they still will, we have to remember we have Christ to turn to. The sixth passage comes from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. So never give up. So these passages show us that when we are tired, we need to rely on God. for rest and reassurance. The author, I think he missed his own message a little bit here, and I'm not saying I know that, because I could be wrong. But in his passage, he says to sidestep burnout, you have to learn to rest well and say no. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You're nobody's servant, only God's. But all the passages he listed here seem to tell us that when you're tired, you turn to God and he'll give you, you rest in God, but he'll give you the strength to keep going, and he wants you to keep going. I think to sidestep burnout, you have to take time to pray. You have to find the right way to serve God, and you may need to pray for that. Maybe I just don't like the way that sounded a little bit. I think it sounds a little selfish. But we are to serve others. And as the last passage said in Galatians, do not get tired of doing good. So pray, study, and keep being Christ's shining light. The next video, a caring heart. So if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button. That'll let you know every time I put out a new video. And we're getting close to getting caught up here to where I'll be doing one a day in the mornings. That's been the goal the whole time. I started a little late in January, so I've been doing a couple a day when I can, and just trying to get these caught up. We're almost there. So hit that subscribe button. You'll get them every morning when I put them out. It'll put a little dot up there. Right now I'm getting some out in the evenings too. So hit that thumbs up button on this video if you like this video in particular, and leave some comments below. There's a couple of discrepancies that I think are in here, but anybody who wants to add their own comments, whether they're to me or whether they just want to share them to where they're available to whoever sees the video, they can read the comments. Just extra information, or anything you want to say down there. So I appreciate you guys. God bless you. Have a good weekend. Have a good day. And I hope to have another one out this evening.